Nej, la truc. Sist så vi sist. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Pashtatyarishatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prahlad ne singa, Prahlad ne singa, Prahlad ne singa, Prahlad ne singa. Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Jakshurun Militangena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Hare Krishna. We reached the natural end of our deity worship adventure. And all of you did a puja with 16 upacharas to Gonitai. Hari Bol. Yes, please don't just put the paper somewhere in a drawer and forget about it, but keep going. Yeah, especially for those who are second initiated. May it become part of your regular sadhana. Yeah, if you are not able to physically do this process, then at least do it. Substitute it with water. All the upacharas substituted with water, and physically offering the worship part. Yeah, the 5 upacharas in the end. At least this. Keep going. Try to memorize the 16 upacharas. Try to keep the process in your mind. You went now more than once through your script, and at least once physically. So the process got familiar, got with you. Yeah, you can now work with this process. Before it was like a book with 7 seals, but it opened six six seals. Okay, now only 6 left. Okay, I hope some more broke. Yeah, keep going. Yeah? It's a very wonderful process when we have our lords in front of us and we have a personal exchange with them. The life is so busy, so many things are going on, but if you can take at least maybe every Ekadashi, take 2 hours, sit down, do this process, it will definitely have an impact on our spiritual life. Yes. I wanted to add few points more specifically on deity worship before we leave. About sanskaras you heard already yesterday from Ramananda Gopal. I was thinking to say a few words about Shalagram Shila worship, since we have many brahmanas amongst us who might become hosts or servants of Shalagram Shilas if you are not already. So we heard already the story how the Shalagram Shilas appeared. Yeah? You remember when we heard about Tulsi Devi? Tulsi Devi cursed Lord Vishnu to become a stone because his heart was like a stone. That he betrayed her in such a cruel way that she had to break her chastity. So in that moment, Lord Vishnu turned into the Shalagram Shila. Yeah? And we also heard how Advaitacharya, just by worshipping a Shalagram Shila with Tulsi leaf and some Ganga water, could make Lord Chaitanya appear. He called Lord Chaitanya to appear on this planet. Shalagram Shilas are self-manifested. Yeah? Krishna is already there. No need to install them. They have an immense potency. Wherever is a place with 12 Shalagram Shilas is a holy tirtha. Yeah? In the circumference of 50 kilometers, no, 19 Shalagram Shilas need to be in one spot. And in the circumference of 50 kilometers is a holy tirtha. It has such an influence on people living there. They get this 50 kilometers. 19. 50 in the where you have a place of 19 Shalagram Shilas, 50 kilometers around is a holy tirtha, is like a pilgrimage place. It's not anymore bare materialistic Kali Yuga Germany, yeah, but it's a holy dham. Yeah. Yes. We have 18 Shalagrams plus 1 Dwaraka and 1 Govardhan Shila. Yes. Yeah, even in the temple itself, we have more Shalagrams. Yeah. And the community also, many Shalagrams are there. So, yeah. Yes, the first Shalagram Shila in the movement was given by Srila Prabhupada to Chananivas Prabhu in Mayapur. And Chananivas Prabhu that time was already head pujari of Radha Madhava. He was already worshipping Radha Madhava. And then he said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I prefer to worship Radha Krishna. I don't want to worship Lakshmi Narayan. Because he considered the Shalagram as Lakshmi Narayan. Yeah? And then Prabhupada said, who says this is Lakshmi Narayan? I say this is directly Krishna. Yeah? So this is the uniqueness of the Shalagram Shila. a speciality of the shalagram, he can have an external form. Yeah? There are books who identify the shalagram shilas according to the amount of chakras, or if they have an open mouth, or if they are especially round. Yeah? So they have an external appearance in a specific form which can be identified according to Shastra, but on the other side the shalagram also takes on that form which the worshipper wants to see in the shalagram. Yeah? Very flexible. Very flexible. Indra Prabhu once told me personally that even we can worship Shalagram Shilas as Srimati Radharani, which is not anymore Vishnu Tattva, it's Shakti Tattva. Yeah, even the Tattva can change. Yeah? So that makes the Shalagram Shila in a way, yeah, flexible and practical. Like we may worship externally a kurma, shalagram shila, and then internally we may see him as Chaitanya. Yeah? Lord Chaitanya also manifested as kurma. Yeah? So it can be also Lord Chaitanya. This is according to the worshipper. The shalagram shila is mostly taken as a replacement of the deity. If we have big deities, then instead of worshipping the big deities with 16 upacharas, we have the shalagram shila. Yeah? And if we have a group of shalagram shilas, it is said that we should worship shalagrams always in an even number until number 12. Yeah? Beyond it doesn't matter anymore. But below we should always worship then in an even number. And then we have one shalagram who is the pradhan. The pradhan means the main one. Like the pradhan which is there before the Mahatattva, where all the ingredients are assembled for creating the universe. The same word, pradhan, the first one, the main one. And all the worship goes through that one. And the others receive the worship through him. Yeah? So, for example, we have 18 shalagrams in Golokadam. We have one pradhan, one is the main one, and we could just worship this one with the 16 upacharas and the others get it through him. But we worship all of them, which is an elaborate process of 2 hours every day. We could have it abbreviated by worshipping just the pradhan, but of course we don't do so because we love all of them and everybody is bathed. Yeah, this is a speciality of the shalagram shila. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you about the shalagrams. You may have questions, we can just have them afterwards. What I also wanted to show you, if anyone is interested, here is a leaflet about the Mayapur Academy. Yeah, what you can learn there. If you want, it is here, you can have a look. Or you can go on webpage of the Mayapur Academy. They teach this what we learned now in 1 week. They teach there in 3 weeks, but as we heard in the beginning, after 3 weeks you are asked to do a puja by heart, not with the script. Yeah, that what you did now, whole with 16 upacharas without books. Yeah, and this is a unit of 3 weeks, and then you have 3 weeks dressing, 3 weeks cooking, or 2 weeks cooking, and you learn something about sanskaras, you learn about dressmaking, flower decorations. Turbans is in the dressing. Yeah. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Just this course now, which is running, we send also one devotee from our community who is not initiated yet. It's possible. Yeah. 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 Just if someone is interested to go deeper into deity worship, I very much recommend, because it's also an experience to spend 17 weeks in Mayapur. Yeah. Or you can make it in different units. You can just go for the dressing unit, or 3 weeks, or 3 weeks for the puja unit, temple worship. And it's really worthwhile to have it in the association of the devotees. And in the end, the students are allowed to even go to Radha Madhava Panchatattva for some maha cleaning actions and some little pujas. So it's ecstatic, really inspiring. Yes, Jivan Mukta? It's physically extremely intense. Yeah, because the whole morning program is compulsory. Yeah, and you have to have a strict strict sadhana sheet. No, how many rounds did you chant till 7:15, and were you in the temple room when the conch shell blew, and something like very strict. Yeah, I mean, this is they are training brahmanas. Yeah, they are training brahmanas, and this is about punctuality and serious sadhana. Yeah. It's good to have it for 17 weeks. It's a good training, definitely. Yeah. If you can manage. Yeah. Then that would be the whole thing from my side. I have now the certificates for you. Actually, someone left his papers on the window side. Somebody misses his procedure. It is here. Yeah. Here are your certificates. You will get them in the end. Now let us first see if someone of you have questions, comments, thoughts in what we learned in this week specifically, or also in general about deity worship, whatever we might not have covered. Yes, Jivan, Jai Gopinath.
So what's the process of puja if we do have Gornitai and Shalagram? Like first we do what we did today, the whole puja for Gornitai, and then the same whole puja for Shalagram, is that so?
This is a house worship, right? Yeah. So Shalagram, they demand 16 upacharas on daily basis. Yeah. With Gornitai, you can just offer them the maha what comes from the Shalagrams, for example, and have them bathed once a week or on Ekadashis. Yeah, it's different. The Gornitai did not come to be worshipped in all opulence, but if you just sing a kirtan every day and give them something nice to eat, then they are happy. Yeah? Or you have gatherings with your friends and sing kirtans for them. This makes them most happy. But Shalagrams is a different story. No, they need to have their 16 upacharas every day. You can also substitute that with water. Yeah, it doesn't need to be in this elaborate way how we did here with everything mostly everything physically present. But at least they need to get the 16 upacharas. Yeah.
And the same with the Lanugopal?
Lanugopal, he can have the maha of the shilas also. Yeah. He is happy with something to eat. No? Bathing and eating. Children, no big story.
So for Ladugopal, also 16 upacharas every day?
No. He would think, what is she doing? I'm hungry, give me something to eat. Too impatient to wait until foot wash, hand wash, argyam. What is going on here? No, Ladu Gopal, you can set the standard on your own. Yeah, he is like Bal Gopal, he's a child. Best is you give him some sweets and some sweet words, and then he's happy. Yes?
And when Ladu Gopal, like in my case, is the main deity at home, as I have also Jagannath, Narasimhadev and Gaunitai, I will not include additional standards, because I know I'm not able to maintain it. But how can I keep this alive? What we learned during these last days? Can I do it from time to time to Gopal, or from time to time to Shri Gaunitai, without setting a new standard, or what would you recommend?
Yeah, since we have the meditations for Gaunitai, yeah, with the Dhyan meditations on Navadvip, I would recommend to you do it every Ekadashi for Gaunitai. Yeah, but that also can be substituted with water if it's too much to arrange the whole different set required in a simple way. Yeah, but just that you go through the 16 upacharas and keep this in mind with the meditations together.
Can I use the same small bowls which I use for Boga offering to do the padyam and everything?
Yes.
So this is okay, yeah?
This is okay.
This is okay.
Yeah.
And what would be a proper basing of Gopal? So time to time that he gets some refreshment and some polishing also. What would you recommend for Ladu Gopal? Something simple.
Take just the bathing part. Yeah, we have the welcoming part, the bathing part, bathing and dressing part, and the worshipping part. Take just the bathing and dressing for him, and then give him something to eat.
Okay, and this, should there be some regularity, or can I do it if I see I can manage it from the time, or should this be a regular schedule for him?
Like the regularity is there if you do it once a month. It's also regular.
Yeah.
So this is up to you to decide.
Yeah.
Once a month, twice a month, once a week, fully up to you.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But try to, if you say okay once a week, try to keep it once a week.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Mm.
Then if it's always possible that you get sick and you cannot do it physically, then at least try to do it in the mind. Yeah? But it's like a commitment what you make with Krishna. No? Then keep going and set the commitment in such a way that you can regularly follow it. Don't start too high. No, this is like overburdening, and then you get frustrated and you stop everything. That's always possible, but keep a minimum standard on regular basis. Yeah, and if you feel today is such a beautiful sunny day, I would love to do all the 16 upacharas, then do. Yeah, no problem. But keep a steady worship with a minimum standard. Yeah.
Can I ask something else regarding Ladu Gopal? Do you have maybe some practical tip? He needs some new painting. You have here these feet soles and this his hand where he is. So and when you paint him, needs some days that he's drying, and then you have to put him in such a position. Also, do you have maybe a practical tip how to paint Gopal and that this is not necessary that he is for days in a very uncomfortable position to dry?
Give him a soft cushion to lean on.
Yeah, and then he has to accept the offerings and everything in this position.
Yeah, don't paint him on the hands.
Yeah.
I have not much experience with Ladu Gopal.
I
saw you're bathing now.
On one, no? And this one is red. The other is no problem. This you reach, and then he has this
Mhm.
This I can.
Yeah.
Mm.
Give him a soft cushion to lean on, then
Mm.
he's comfortable.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions? Sorry, it fell out of my mind. Please take the microphone because.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you if you find out about the procedures, how it is with Lord Jagannath.
Yeah, the meditations about Jagannath. Yeah, I did not. I didn't even remember. I forgot, honestly. Huh? I have to inquire.
But with Jagannath, of course, there is no bathing part because it's wood, right?
There is a bathing also possible, but this is done with a mirror. Yeah? You have a mirror
Okay.
in front of them, and you bathe the mirror practically. Yeah? And it's
Okay.
considered as you would bathe the deities.
And all the procedures, these mantras,
Same, exactly same procedure. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
This is also done. Actually, for Snan Yatra in Zurich, they bathe the deities, and therefore, yeah, they need to be restored, and also they bathe them physically. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Yes.
Yes.
Kamalavan?
I asked before, but
Mhm.
should I repeat the question? Yeah, maybe yes.
Yes.
Okay. I had a personal question because we live with my daughter alone, and I really have to work as well as educate at home, so it's so much. I'm very busy, and I have 4 deities. We got Nrsingadev, then we bought Ladu Gopal for my daughter, then we got Gaur Nitai, and we have quite big Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. And I don't have really a capacity to take care of them. So the altar is like a haunted house. It's not really taken care of. And I was wondering if, because as Ramananda Gopal said yesterday, that when you take care of Nrsingadev or Krishna, what did he say? I guarantee you that he will take care of everything. I will guarantee it. And he said it with such an energy. So I was like, okay, maybe this should be a priority, not cleaning the house, not working so much, not garden. This should be the priority, and then everything will be maybe covered by Krishna. So, or I should, when I don't have the capacity, I should maybe give them to somebody to take care of them. But as I'm also attached to them, I'm very happy that they are at home. I'm looking forward to see them, and also I feel like we are not alone. I feel protected much more. So what would be your recommendation for our situation now?
Our main priority is to fulfill the vows what we gave to our spiritual master. Yeah? And if this is done, and then if we have so beautiful lords who came voluntarily to our house, we try to do whatever little is possible. Be it just to give them a cup of water every day. Maybe once a week we try to take little time and arrange the altar nicely. Just in a very, very simple way, which is not too much of a burden. But yeah, if we consider that Krishna will take care of us when we take care of him, then the other things will also fall in place. Like once my spiritual master gave an example of an aquarium. When you have sand in the aquarium, like sand would represent 1,000 tasks a day you have to do, then you cannot put big stones inside. It's just full with sand. But there are big stones you want to put inside, and the big stones, they represent for us the most important activities in a day. Let's say our sadhana. Yeah. So you have to put these big stones first in the aquarium, and then still you can put sand around, and water also fits. So this is for us the challenge in a day-to-day activity, to set priorities, yeah, and find the proper timings for our priorities, and then arrange the other activities around. Yeah, and it will fit. It will all fit in the end. We may not now see how, but this is Krishna who can miraculously expand the hours of the day, and everything fits in the end. Yeah, but give it a start, give it a try. Start maybe with just giving them water every day and see how that works. Yeah, and then there is already a little reciprocation, a little turning towards the deities, and might be that more will develop from that. That all of a sudden you see there is Krishna's making some space that you can do even little more. Yeah.
It's just I always I go to the altar. I feel like I am unsuccessful in this field because I am not able to take care of them more, you know. So it's like also I'm feeling I'm sorry every time I go there. I'm sorry. So
pray to them. They came voluntarily to your house. Pray to them. If you want me to take care of you, then give me the time for that. And you will see how they will arrange. Yeah. I would consider that as one of your big stones. Yeah, Japa and puja. And then of course to take care of your child, to take care of the house, and you have many big stones, yeah. But I would say a japa and puja is definitely something to be considered as important in your life, which needs its space. Yeah.
So Gornitai is the main deity here.
They came first?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You are doing your offerings to Gornitai or to Jagannath?
I'm very confused to whom. I thought to Nrsingadev, but I kind of changed it, my meditation, you know. I don't know.
So far you offer to Lord Nrsingadev?
I changed the priority to the last one who comes. Okay. So now is Lord Jagannath, but he's not ours. He's gonna be moving because he needs to be repaired. So he will be coming here and to somebody who's going to fix him. So he's at home with us till this winter, and then he will leave. Okay. But now, yeah, so this is it.
Yeah. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, they came as devotees. They are very happy if they get the Mahaprasad, either of Lord Jagannath or of Lord Nrsingadev. Yeah. So, since Jagannath is your guest, give him first. And with Jagannath and Nrsingadev, they would need actually both bhoga. Yeah. So let them eat together. Yeah, they can share. Somehow they will deal it out amongst themselves, who is eating what, and then give the maha to Gornitai. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. I have a question between the distinction puja and aratik. Also, do I understand it right that the aratik is a part of a puja? And also until now, I do now once a week for Gopal and aratik, ne? Also like our Gora aratik. So if one would do such a puja, like we learned here, does it this include, or how is it? Also, how is then the standard with when I do a puja or aratik? Or could you explain this a little bit more,
Puja
please?
is the worship what we do in privacy with the 16 upacharas, and aratik is that what we do in public. Yeah, with offering all the 5 elements back to the Lord with Tupa, Deepa, Argyam, Vastram, Pushpam, Chamara Seva. This is the aratik. Yeah? And everything else is puja.
Also, it's also puja if I only do the puja Teil, the aratik Teil from the puja. Also when I, what shall I then do now? When Gopal is the main deity, normally I did it like Gora Aratik, for instance, ne? Also once a week. And what would be the proper standard then? As when you say Aratik, is there only Gopal and I? It's not in public.
The standard is set by you. You decide what you're going to offer to your Gopal. Yeah? And if you offer incense and lamp, then this is an aratik. But if you offer him a bathing, like a welcoming and the bathing and the dressing, and within the process of bathing and dressing, you offer him also incense and a lamp and something to eat. This is then called the puja. Yeah? You're right. The aratik is included in the puja. Puja is more elaborate.
But I can decide which part of this whole procedure that I make an agreement with Gopal what I'm doing regularly for him.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because this was always confusing for me, these two words, puja and aratik, and I guess I mix it up.
We mix it up also. We say Guru Puja. To Srila Prabhupada's aratik. It's actually an aratik, not a puja. Yeah? But puja in the sense of worship. Yeah? But if you take it in the real understanding, it's a Sodash Upachar Puja. It's a worship with 16 upacharas. This is the puja. Yeah? And this is done in privacy to the deities with the whole bathing process, what we did now, what we learned. This is the puja. And what everyone can attend 3 times a day, this is the aratik.
And is in every case always the meditation that your spiritual master is doing? Is this
always? We never do it directly. We
as
always
offering puja
assist in the whole process.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Jai Gopinath.
We didn't have shoes for Gornitai, but if we do, so what is the process with the shoes? Like,
we can lead them to the Snan Patra, to the bathing place with shoes. Yeah, and even we learned in Mayapur even to bring the shoes in the Snan Patra and then bring the deities also in the Snan Patra and then take the shoes out. Yeah.
after the Snan?
Before.
Okay.
Before. Yeah. This is how you can do. Or you can just leave the shoes before the Snan Patra.
Like basically before every Idam Asanam, we can move the shoes first and then deities goes. Okay.
For the shoes, the Mula mantra is Ime Paduke. Ime Paduke. The shoes go first and then the deity follows. Yes, Vinuya?
Hare Krishna, how is it with the maintenance of the standard when we are traveling? Also, for instance, here was the schedule time, so busy that I didn't manage at least not one aratik a week with Gopal, and I don't have the whole paraphernalia. Okay, I can do it as Manasa Seva, and I know in December I have again one very busy week with other courses. is it okay to say for this week, okay, I cannot maintain my vows, or also not my standard like I do it regularly? How is it in this cases?
Deal it out with Gopal. Tell him it is how it is. This is the circumstance, and please accept it. Yeah. Try maybe to do it in your mind. Yeah. Then you don't need physical items to take with you. You can take a picture of Gopal, and then maybe you can. Anyhow, you have to chant your rounds. Then during chanting your rounds, you can also worship him in the mind, as an example.
Yeah, but sometimes we have seminars from 8 to 5, and then I have already problems to manage my rounds.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but you are chanting, and the mind also needs to be engaged. Maybe there is a time frame within your japa where you can focus your mind on Gopal, and then you can worship him in your mind.
That's okay, yeah?
Yes. Yes. This is what we
During
learn.
japa,
No?
this is,
Yeah. My guru told me, when you chant, then worship the Lord in the mind, and when you worship the Lord, then chant in the mind. Yeah. In this way, worship and japa is always connected.
Okay, so direct. This I didn't know. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. More questions?
Anuttara?
Yes, Anuttara?
Hare Krishna. As I told you, Damodara Priya, we just received the Shidas. So for me, it's actually because my husband really wanted to have Shidams. So for me, it's really confusing at the moment because I'm really on Goranitai still. So I'm in this transition. So, but I help him also when he cannot. So I do what he's doing, and and at the moment is like of course massage with oil in the morning, and abhishek, and then they receive their tulsis and boga, of course, and then we do artik. Yes, full artik. Yeah. So what? Yeah. Do you have any advice? So then basically I do everything for Shidas, and I in my mind I do also for Goranitai. So yes. So what do you think? Do you have any advice?
What did you do for Gornitai before the Shilas were there?
Oh yes, so for Goranitai, I wake them up in the morning, change their water, and I offer them any boga, any preparation, and for Ekadashi they have abhishek and full arti. Yeah, that was. But now with Shiras, standard is higher, of course.
Yeah, now they get prasadam, huh?
Yes, good point. Yes, they get prasadam from the Shilas. Yes.
Yeah, as we heard before, the Shalagram Shilas, they need their 16 upacharas. This is actually a difference between the Shalagram Shila worship and Govardhan Shila worship. Yeah. Shalagram Shilas, they are worshipped according to the Pancharatrik path. We heard about Pancharatrik path with the Panchanga Puja, the 5 steps, preliminary activities, then collecting all the items for puja, connecting our consciousness with Guru and Krishna, do the actual puja, and then do our also extra activities like studying the scriptures, chant the holy name. So this is Pancharatrik path, and Shalagram Shilas, they require this kind of worship according to the puja what we just had a look at, what we learned. Giriraj Shila is different. He is worshipped on Rag Marg, means with love and devotion. Yeah. His worship is more free. He loves bathing and eating. This is what is required for him. But since you have shalagrams, that means the responsibility, of course, is now a bit intensified to take care of them on daily basis. And whatever comes from them, like the charanamrit, like the food offering, also the aretik, give it as prasadam to Gonitai. Yeah. And your Gonitai are from brass?
Yes.
Here? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bathe them maybe once a week or on every Ekadashi. Yeah. This way.
And what about, there is this thing that Shaligram Shiras should actually be worshipped by man. So I feel a bit okay. I do my part because of course I help. But what is
This is a point of bodily considerations. Prabhupada did not make any distinctions because he just saw the soul. Yeah. This is coming from the karma kanda part of thoughts of way of worship, more in the like Vanashram Dharma part, what is still nowadays practiced in India. But as Vaishnavas, we don't make this distinction. Ladies are same qualified to worship shalagrams as Prabhus. Of course, during that period, they should not worship. Yeah?
I mean, with Goranita, I felt more comfortable because, they're very merciful.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
But of course, with the Shilas, I told my husband, forget it. I mean,
See Gonitai in your shilas.
yes, exactly. Yeah, I wanted to ask you also this. Yes, yeah. I think-
Worship your Gonitai through your shilas. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we just heard, they can take on this form. Yeah. And then they are most merciful. Mahavadanyaya. Yeah. No problem. The Shalagram Shila can do that. Yeah. There was just one point came to my mind. What about worshiping the deity when the lady is in their monthly period? For a home standard, Chananivas Prabhu told us we cannot just stop worshipping. Yeah? Of course, with Shalagram Shilas it's a bit different. There we should not do the worship when we are in that period. But with the deities, he said this is like our children. Yeah? We cannot just tell to our children, sorry, now I cannot cook for you. Yeah? Worship has to go on. Even in a temple, the worship has to go on. This is priority. Yeah? If it is not possible to exchange the female pujari, then this pujari also has to do the worship. Yeah? It happened many times in Golokadam. Even for a festival. Yeah? I got one time, it's really amazing, like all these years, only one time it happened that right on the first day of festival started for Janmashtami, I got my period. I ran to the temple president and said, what can I do? It's just not possible that I'm doing everything from outside. No, I have to be in the deity room and arrange everything. And said, okay, you do. I take full responsibility. And then even our GBC, Mother Dina Sharana, she gave her blessing, said, yeah, you do, no problem. And yeah, so it should not be done whimsically. And of course, with precautions, we take shower, we wash the hair, we put on clean clothes, and we are considered clean for 2 hours. Yeah. And that should be done also only if the lady is not having pain. Yeah, if it's really like uncomfortable and disturbing the mind, then we should not do. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Yes. More questions? Yes.
What about Govardhan Shila?
Worship Govardhan Shila when one has.
Oh no, in general, how is the? You said it's
The standard.
Yeah.
Bathe him and give him something to eat.
every day.
You sure?
Oh no, what is the? Yeah.
Sure, every day. He's also a child. No, he needs your worship.
3
You
times.
can 3 times a day bathe him, of course. No, what do you mean 3 times?
No, he said 3 times. He asked.
Bathing a day. Eating. Minimum. Anyor. He's never satisfied. No, you can feed him the whole day and he's still calling out, Anyor, give me more, give me more. Yeah.
Because you said it's more a raga.
Rag mark with attachment. He is not so much into foot wash, mouth wash, argya, and then all this whole process until the bathing comes, and then he's just give me a bath and give me something to eat, like with Gopal. No, this same. You sing some sweet songs for him. Giriraj requires a Vrindavan atmosphere. Yeah. He needs to feel home.
How?
This is up to you to decide. You have Tulsi Devi in your house. You sing songs which remind Giriraj on his home in Vrindavan. You chant a lot. You have pictures of Vrindavan. You give him some cows. Yeah, whatever you feel enhances the Vrindavan atmosphere. You do for him. This is a process. It's growing. No, it's not there
But
from the beginning.
The schedule and commitment is the same as in Saligram Sila, or is different?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no
It's a
difference.
lifelong commitment.
Okay, like the standard has to be always. Okay.
Always increase, not go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Therefore, start small, and then see how you can do.
When you said raga, I thought maybe he's like, today I'm like this, tomorrow I'm like.
No, this is our whimsical understanding
Okay.
of spontaneity. Somebody who is really able to worship on the level of rag. Rag means attachment, strong, deep attachment. He cannot but serve. He is just 24 hours engaged in what does my Thakurji need. No? Is he hungry? Is he thirsty? Does he need some entertainment? He is just pulled to take care of his Giriraj. No? Someone in rag is not telling, "Oh, today I'm bathing you, tomorrow I've no. This is not rag. This is tamagun." Yeah?
In Saligram, it's less to feel at home, or it's more flexible about. I don't know.
Shalagram, they need, as we just mentioned, Pancharatric worship. Very strict, regular, every day same procedure, with all the purity requirements, cleanliness requirements, best polishing of articles. Yeah. This is another level. But it is more in a worship of Aishwarya, of own reverence. Yeah? Giriraj worship is on, Madhurya, but should not be imitated. It should not be imitated. It needs the blessings of the Guru. This is also actually an important point. How does the deity come to us? We are not going to buy a deity on the market. Yeah? My Guru Maharaj told me, you pray 3 years before Govardhan Shila comes. And I did so. I prayed for him for 3 years. And then he came. I was attending a Govardhan retreat. and I had the room together with a friend of mine, and I went to pray to Giriraj, to the big Giriraj. I prayed, please come with me. I can bring you to Radha Madan Mohan, but I cannot bring Radha Madan Mohan to you. No? When I'm with you, with Giriraj, I feel separation from Radha Madan Mohan, and when I'm with Radha Madan Mohan, I feel separation from Giriraj. So I need to bring the two together. No? And while I was praying, someone was on Govardhan Parikram, a devotee, who got a Govardhan Shila on the way and intended to worship him later on. But then on the way she changed her mind. She said, no, I don't want to worship him actually. But she carried him, no? Still. And then my friend knew that this Mataji has always to do with Shilas, Shalagram Shilas or Govardhan Shilas somehow. They come to her, many, and she gives them to others. My friend approached her and asked, do you maybe know how we can get a Govardhan Shila? And she said, yeah, just have one. Just have one. You can have this one. Okay. And she brought it to our room. My friend knew that I very much wanted to have Govardhan Shila to worship. And when I came back from my prayer session at Govardhan, she told me, there is someone waiting for you. And I was amazed, and who is waiting for me? And she brought me to the room, and Govardhan, Giriraj was there. And I took him and brought him to my Guru Maharaj, and I was very much afraid, because another very good god sister of mine, she got a Govardhan Shila, and my Guru Maharaj was not at all happy with the situation. He was hesitant to give his blessings. And I was like, oh my God, what will happen now? And I brought the Govardhan Shila and asked him for his blessings, and he just said, wonderful, worship him with love and devotion. Yeah. So after 3 years of prayers, he appeared as Guru Maharaj foretold, and then he told me the way of worship him with love and devotion. Yeah? So this is then what we try to do, and try to please Giriraj, and also the requirement, of course, to bring him back again and again to Vrindavan, not just have him outside, no, and never visit Vrindavan again. Yeah? The best Vrindavan atmosphere you can give him by bringing him to Vrindavan. Yeah? And make him bathe in Radha Kund. Give him a dust bath. But with Shalagrams it's different. Shalagrams, they need a regularity, they need Sattva Gun, they need their 16 upacharas. Yeah, different story. You have to be aware of these differences. And yeah, we were with the topic how Shilas or how deities come to us. It's not just that we go to the market and buy them, but we should pray for them to come. And it's actually by the blessing of the spiritual master that we can start a worship of the deities. Yeah? It happened to me also. I got a bunch of Shalagram Shilas and started to worship them because I love Shalagram Shilas. And then I brought them to my spiritual master and asked him, may I worship them? And he said, yeah, you already started. What can I do now? It should be the other way around. No? First the blessings, then the Shilas. Yeah? Because it's the Guru who sets the sadhana for the disciple. If the disciple goes and collects the whole family of deities, then what can the Guru do? Yeah? The Guru intends to lead the disciple in a certain direction. And I'm not sure, but I think it was a disciple of Indradyumna Maharaj who brought Kornitai deities from Vrindavan, and he asked his Guru, may I worship them? And his Guru said, no, leave them in the box. Your deity is the holy name. Until you did not realize that the holy name is non-different from Krishna, you don't need to worship deities. Gorky Shodas Babaji Maharaj, he had the holy name written on a board on the altar and worshipped this as Krishna, because the holy name is non-different from Krishna. In Kali Yuga, this is practically our deity. And devotees tend to just accumulate a whole family of deities and do a huge worship just to avoid the chanting. No, I have no time for chanting. I have a whole family to take care of. No, but our main priority is the chanting, and then if Krishna wants, with the blessings of Guru, then he will appear in the deity form. Chanting and reading, yes. Yeah. Reading is like Radha and Krishna, they go together. You cannot have one without the other, no? Yes, Venuya? It is a deity. It is still a deity. Yeah, and would need to get his proper worship. It's not a statue, it's directly Krishna. Can manifest to you as Krishna, as Govinda, as Nishingadev. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. An expansion of. Yeah, yes. I don't know what to say about that. These are deities. And then you put them in your car, or? Because they are used to drive. No? And then I get the plow of the club of Balaram, no, because I stopped their car driving Leelas. No, if I don't want to interfere. Keep them there. They are used to it. Yeah, puja normally is done in the morning. Yeah, early morning. Yeah, this is best time. Then you arrange what is best for you. Yeah, this is not such a big thing. Yeah, or time, place, and circumstances. This in Kali Yuga they are always changing. Yeah, that you can arrange in such a way that it suits to your bodily needs. Yeah, that you can find time frame in during your day where you can be peaceful and can absorb in your worship. This is most important, and mostly this is in the morning when the sun is not yet up, when the phone is not ringing, when the cars are not driving, when the environment is still peaceful, the neighbors are still sleeping. This is the best time. No, it's Brahma Muhurta, it's Sattva Gun to do the worship. Yeah? But if it's somehow rather not possible for you, no big thing. Sure, the rounds have priority. Yes, the rounds definitely have priority, and then you just arrange the puja accordingly. Yeah. A small child also can sleep little longer. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? No? Yes, Manju Krishna, please. Since many years. Oh, now. Fasten seat belts. Uh-huh. Mhm. Good that you say it yourself, that you made this observation yourself. The shortcut is in your mind. Yeah. Prabhupada said we are not fanatics. Yeah. We clean our body. Yeah, you were walking over the carpet. How you do that? You cut the carpet and the cleaning. It's definitely good to bring you on a sattvic platform. But you know the story with the khichdi of Karamama in Jagannath Puri. She was told to have an utmost standard of cleanliness, and then she was late with the khichdi for Jagannath. And Jagannath was not happy with that. Of course, we should not be negligent in our cleanliness, that has highest priority, but we should also not overestimate it. Yeah. Also in the temples it was like this previously, that a lady who was in her period was not allowed to leave her room because she could touch a handle which the pujari touches when he comes after that lady, and then he gets contaminated when he is on the way of on the altar. Huh? Then you just wear woolen gloves. Okay? Then that's no problem. Woolen gloves when you get up from your bed, and you wear them till you are in the bathroom in hot summer days. Woolen socks and woolen gloves. Okay? Then no problem. Welcome. Jai. Yeah, sure. If it's in connection with deity worship. Yeah, mostly it's not that he worshipped Radha and she worshipped Krishna, and then they call Radha Krishna. that would be yeah, that fits. So yeah, the deities are like your kids. You bring them with you. You bring them in the marriage and have to take care of them both. continue to worship both sets. Yeah. Of course, if both worship Gonitai and then you have all of a sudden 2 sets of Gonitai, then you can see maybe one is then the bigger ones and the set is smaller, and you can take the smaller ones for traveling and the bigger ones you do the daily worship. In this sense it can be combined, but if one was worshiping Radha Krishna and the other one Sitaram, then you have to continue to worship both of them. No? Yeah. Because the worship is focused to the soul. This is Nitya Seva. Nitya Seva. Yeah, it's in connection with us as eternal spirit souls. But the marriage is on the bodily platform. This is temporary. You don't know how long it may last, but your worship is eternal. Your worship is, you worship your Ishtadev. And you cannot just stop just because you get married. Yeah? Mm-hmm.
And for example, they moved somewhere else, family reasons, marriage, something else, and then they have another temple and then other deities who are the presiding deities of the place. And in that case, what should be the consciousness?
See, the Ishtadev is not just the deity where you, in that community where you live. The Ishtadev is something very deeply connected with you as eternal spirit soul. You feel a connection. You feel like this is my worshipful deity. It doesn't matter what comes. And if you change the place and you go to a place where another deity is worshipped, still your connection with your Ishtadev is not hampered by that. It continues. But you can worship also, you can do seva also to another deity. My Ishtadevatas are there, and I was worshipping now, no harm. No, Nishingadev doesn't mind. Yeah, if we do worship, but we give the heart to our Ishtadev. But still we can worship another deity also. No problem. Welcome. Yes?
Hare Krishna. How is it when other people come into our flat, also like my landlord or the technicians from the telecom or somebody? I don't have the altar in a separate room because it's one big open room which is directly accessible from the door. Mm-hmm. How far is it a spiritual benefit for these people to see the deities, or how far should I immediately close the altar that there is no danger regarding offenses? How is this?
Mostly they are not in looking around. Yeah. These workers, they are quite fixed. They do their stuff, what they have to do. And of course they perceive certain bit strange. Yeah, we also had workers in our house, and our rooms are just full with pictures and deities, and we don't mind. No, and they also they perceive it and they have their thoughts, but this is for their benefit also. Yeah, they don't know what is an offense. No, they just perceive it, but they don't give a comment on it. So yeah, they know, okay, these are the Hare Krishnas. They are a little bit like strange people.
This was my hope that it is a little as a spiritual progress for them. No, so
definitely.
little
But the spiritual progress is also there when they just come to your house and do some work. Even if they don't see the altar, they already get the benefit of that. No?
And some Mahaprasad.
Yes. But no need to cover the altar. Only if somebody comes whom you know he is like very critical, then better cover. Yeah. And we should, of course, not do a worship while somebody comes in who doesn't know at all what's going on. He could not understand when he sees you worshipping your little Gopal. This should be in private. Yeah? But if he sees the altar nicely decorated, he might be attracted and ask, what are you doing here? Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry for my question. Maybe it will be very funny or stupid or trivial, as you will hear. But
No, there are there are no stupid
okay, so
questions.
from practical point of view now, like when you have deities in one room, so in your room you are doing everything, yes, like so dressing, undressing, eating, like everything. So with the deities, you have to cover them when you are waking up and dressing, undressing, changing, or you just, I don't know, put them sleep, or or like paravan or something, or just you don't mind if, how is it?
Your deities of whom you are personally taking care, they are like part of your family. You may consider them as your children, whatever. Deal with them as with your kids.
Okay.
And then you can figure out the answer yourself.
But on the other side, Prabhupada said, be very careful. You deal with Krishna.
Yes.
Ne? Also, because if I only see it as my child, that could be that there's maybe not enough respect there or so.
There we have two ways of worship. The one is the Vaidhi Marg, which is there for us in the beginning, and we should understand who Krishna really is. But then we also intend with the deity that a relationship is built. Yeah? And we have to give space also for this relationship to be there. Yeah? This is something beyond our reasoning, beyond rules and regulations. There, the relationship, the actual relationship starts. No? But this cannot be imitated, and it cannot be judged by outsiders. Is that person already on the level to worship on a more spontaneous way, or is it better to follow rules and regulations? We cannot judge that. Yeah? This is completely in the realm of we have to leave it up to Krishna. Our worship has to come from the heart. It has to be sincere. And we don't know if Krishna accepts it in this way or not. But we can also, by the perception what we have, understand if it's okay or not. Yeah? And something happens and we understand, maybe the deities were not so satisfied with that, we should be more careful, more attentive. Yeah? So this is something we cannot put in a frame with certain rules. This is completely individual.
And it's also said one shall not lay down before the deities.
Yeah.
Ne? Also I have the sofa in the same room. Also it's not happens often, but if you really need a rest and I cannot lay in the bed and then I'm moochy, ne? And then how is it with laying down and also not with the feet to the deities? This is clear. But or if I have a guest, then it's also the sleeping place for the guests there.
This is meant for when you have a temple worship. You have a huge altar, and imagine Radha Madan Mohan on the altar, and you would lay down in front of the altar. Not even in temple room, on the altar. This you should not. But in your house, it's another story. Yeah? your Gopal understands this is not just his room. This is a living room where different activities are done. Yeah? No problem. Okay. Good. Yes.
Sometimes some things can go wrong and we don't understand that something will go well in worship. Like once could not
What could be? So many things could happen. That the she said that when I mentioned things could go wrong, and she asks what could go wrong. You cook something and before you bring the offering on the altar, it falls on the floor. They just did not want to have it, no? They show you, no, not like this. Very clear, you understand, this is now, somehow they are not satisfied. No? Something where you really understand this comes from them. It's not just imagination, it's like, well, it's very subtle, you cannot really describe. You experience it personally in your relationship with the deity. You had a question? Sorry. No? The light is little like shiny behind you, therefore I don't see you clearly. Good. Then, thank you very much for your wonderful attention and participation. It was my pleasure to work with you. I rarely have a group with mostly Brahmanas. This is it was really exceptional, very nice to work with you. I hope you take it with you deep in your hearts and continue, even here on the altar for Lord Nishingadev. Yes, Vinoya? Yeah?
You recommended at least every Ekadashi to do this puja for Gaunitai. No? And I think often it's like this, that the Ekadashi day is, for instance, busy with something else. How do you manage this? Because this Ekadashi, if you have a regular day, no, then it's easier to plan. Then Ekadashi is always another day of the week. No? Or we have, for instance, it's Sunday and we have Sunday feast or whatever. So how do they are very strict with these Ekadashi? Do you have good experiences that it works to do it every Ekadashi? Or how is it when there are other things?
We should arrange our lives according to Krishna's schedule. And the Ekadashis are the days of the Lord. Yeah? And especially fit to increase our sadhana. Therefore, to do something special on Ekadashi is highly recommended. Doesn't matter which day of the week it is. If you are working, of course, then you need to adjust a little bit. But if not, then take this day, doesn't matter if it's a Sunday or a weekday, and you focus on your personal sadhana. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Oh my God.
You can open.
Oh my God. Can we switch off the camera? I think that's it now for the onliner. Some? Yes. Some sweets will follow tomorrow. They did not fit anymore in the bag. Wow, Jai. I may look inside. And then turn off.